Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a Saving a Disaster campaign playing as Rapance, where we need to lift this siege. So, if I get the story correctly, you know, his campaign was going fine, he was pushing down through here, and he... look at the graphics on that. Took the Black Pyramid of Nagash, and as soon as he did that, Khemri immediately declared war and besieged the settlement. So this would have been very predictable to occur because the AI is, it doesn't matter what difficulty you play on, will pretty much always pounce on you if they see your army in a weakened state. So this is one of the reasons why whenever I'm capturing a settlement, I do my damnedest to make sure that I don't take any casualties. That way the AI looks at me and goes, oh, I don't think I could take that on, and then they don't declare war on me. Of course, you know, you could say that, but that's cheese. But look what happens when you don't, okay? So he lost all of these casualties at the Black Pyramid of Nagash. Good on him for taking that early, but his army is absolutely shredded, and a basic army is now causing problems. He's tried to bring an army over here and force march, but it's just not going to arrive in time. So, we need to do something about this. We're going to have to sally out. There's no choice about it. Because we can do some things here, if it's a field battle, that we won't be able to do if it's a siege, right? It's actually detrimental for us if it's a siege. So we've got to sally out here. Now, decisive defeat here. Now, we may not win this battle, and it doesn't matter that much if we don't. We have a life wizard in the army. That's the key here to victory, because we can use this life wizard to heal Enri and Rapance and get them back up to full health. Well, at least close to full health, right? So that if we lose the battle, as long as these three here survive, we can just keep using that magic, because you've got a decent amount of reserve here. If we manage to do enough damage to this army, but still manage to lose, they may not launch the attack over the end turn, and so you won't end up losing the whole lot, hopefully. That's the plan here. The plan here, not necessarily to win the battle, but to win the situation. And so we need to just deliver really good damage. Now, because we're the attacker in this situation here, normally they would just stand still, but because we can't retreat, usually the AI actually charges in on us, but I'm not entirely sure. We can't rely very heavily on our army. We do have artillery, which is great. That is good. We should be able to get a lot of damage in on them. The problem is, if we lose the battle, we run the risk of losing the artillery, but if they launch the attack on the siege, we'll lose the siege anyway. Because Bretonnians are not good at defending their cities. Not good at all, especially with like lots of melee infantry. Alright, well that's a hell of a bounce of power. Alright. Let's see, what could we do here? Okay, good. These three here are on horseback, and okay, that's good. That's good. Alright, the cavalry's the key here. See what we can do with the cavalry.
Knights of the Elm! Men of Bretonia!
Okay. If I could deploy over here, we could technically hide from them, but I don't think that's going to happen. Alright, set up over here with our guys. Just try to hold a defensive position, but we don't use the cavalry to defend this position at all costs. Just do our best to hold as long as we can, but if we can't, don't worry about it. There's nothing here that can't be replaced. Okay, put that in control group 2. Oh, hang on, no. I'm gonna go control group 1, 2, 3, and this is control group 4. See, I would have put our guys up on the high ground here, but it's really rough terrain, and if they come up through here, we don't have much cover. There's no really great position to hold here. I'll try and stand back if I can. It just depends on what they're going to do. Okay, immediately start healing. Okay, they're taking a defensive position. Good. Despite the fact we've got artillery, they're taking a defensive position. Good. Okay, just stand back a little bit more. This is what we wanted. Alright, use this first part of the battle here to just try to recover as much bounce power as possible. Got any items? No. can see here we're already starting to regain a fair bit of balance of power just through the healing. Yeah, look at that. That's recovering quite a lot. So, what are we going to do first when we're done healing here? Probably the first thing we should do is take out the carrion. That's something very easy that Henry can go and do. That is not going to be a problem whatsoever. There's 2 loads of carrion. Yeah, he'll have no trouble with that. Then the next thing is maybe go after the chariots. Take out their speed. Good, this is recovering quite a bit of balance of power. Now, if you're wondering things like, why isn't he healing his troops? They're so badly damaged. We can't heal troops beyond the point where they entered the battle. And since they haven't taken any casualties in this battle, can't do anything about it. Only single entities can be healed. So just get ourselves up to as full strength as possible. Now, if we do any sort of spell damage to them, then they'll charge at us. So we've got to keep that in mind. So melee is actually the key here, for at least until we get the balance of power under control. Once we've got it under control and they decide to charge over here, then we might be able to actually win. Now, I'll do my best to make sure that his army's integrity is maintained. However, there's units that have higher priority in saving than others. So we'll try to keep the foot squires, or keep them in the rear. But losing the spearmen at arms, they're garbage. Don't worry about that. Try as much as possible to hold on to the field trebuchets. Archers are easily replaceable. So Awakening of the Wood is definitely a good spell, but as soon as we do that, they're going to start charging at us. So let's take out their fast units first. Alright, that'll do for now. Let's go and see what we can do. Alright, Rapance is going to be ideal for taking on the skeleton chariots. So just keep these in reserve. Even though she's anti-infantry, these are also anti-infantry, so they're not going to be good against her. And because she does so much damage with each hit, that should go down well. Ideally, the archer chariot first would be best. You can round over this way. We've also got Guardian, if they stay together. Okay, they're shooting at us.
Justice awaits! Your command! Vanquish them! Repulse the Lyonnais! The Lyonnais! The Lady's Fury!
Cool, let's get out of there before the infantry decide to charge in on us.
Yes, now!
Henry will have a lot easier time getting away than Rapance.
I move!
Okay, did a fair bit of damage there, with very little done to us, so that's good. That's good. What's going on now? Yep, that's fine. That's fine. Good. If the carrion could come and fight us away from their infantry. We don't want to fight their infantry because what they'll do is they'll bog us down. We don't want that.
For the lady! Paladin of Bretonia! Your behest? A base!
They're actually shooting at her.
It shall be. At once!
But this is good over here. Now, while the carrions aren't particularly a valuable unit, they're very distracting for our army, so just taking them out virtually for free is definitely a good thing. I'll come over here and give them a heal, because neither of them are at their heal cap. Balance and power has improved dramatically, but there's only so much more I can heal. Good, both units of carrion are destroyed. Alright, balance of power, still not in our favor, but it is a bit better. Also, the more we can get them to run around and get tired, the better. Okay, we're starting to see his heal cap there. Can maybe start justifying using Awakening of the Wood soon. But let's really try our best to get rid of the chariots, because if they charge into our line here, then our line's not going to hold. However, they'll hold against skeletons. A little bit.
Direct my blades. Réponse de Lyonnaise. Right away. The lady's sword.
So I turn my guys off fire at will so we don't accidentally shoot at them and cause them to charge at us. We want them to be taking a defensive position, because that gives us time to crack them. Whereas if they attack us, there's basically a time limit on the battle then.
I am prepared.
Good, Henry's getting some good hits in there.
Priestess of the lady.
I'm going to try to get the cavalry to get at this skeleton archer at some point. Good, take out that skeleton archer chariot. That's a big deal there. That's its best remaining unit apart from the Lord. But for the most part, we just ignore him. I guess another thing that we could do is have Rapance go and fight all of these infantry, so that there's good blobs for Awakening of the Wood. Okay, we got it. Get out of there. Good, we traded really well there. Bounce power is definitely improving. Okay, Henry can't heal any further. Okay, just come stand over here. Let them get set up. They're too sort of blobbed up there at the moment. We've got to be attacking their flanks, specifically where the skeleton archer chariot is. And you can see as they're constantly reforming, they're getting tired. This is all going to benefit us. Yeah, it's going to take them longer to get to our front line, which means we'll have more time to shoot them with artillery, and when they do get there, they'll not be as strong.
Chevaliers, ready!
I am your man.
Direct my blades.
Okay, I think what I want is Rapance to get in there. And it's time to start using Awakening of the Woods.
Give the order.
Just waiting for enough of a blob to form. That's it, Rapance. Get them all to crowd around you.
The light of the lady. Power of the light.
And in doing that, they'll start charging over here. So, resume firing at will.
With haste.
Because with this, we've taken out all of the skeleton archer chariots.
My gifts
Still
are
got chariots,
yours.
but the skeleton archer chariots are the ones I was most concerned about. Alright, Rapance will hold there for quite a while, because she's got a good amount of melee defense. These are anti-large, so that's going to be a little bit of a concern, but I think she can manage.
You require
And this one over here, that was just one cast. And that's a lot of skeletons there. Yep, see how they're advancing, but they're super disorganized. Now we come down over here, and we hit this skeleton archer. This is looking like we might actually win.
Paladin of Bretonia. The lady wills it.
forthwith.
Rapance has got a tiny sliver of healing that she can do, but she's fine, just leave her there.
Priestess of the lady.
Yeah, these Awakening of the Woods are absolutely wrecking these spearmen.
Grant me your wisdom.
Yeah, 5,000-6,000 damage done there. Bounce of power's looking even. Also, these guys here would be good to take out the regular skeleton chariots.
Victory is assured.
Alright, you
My
go after that
blade is
chariot.
yours.
I see much.
This is just great here. Really, really good for us.
Light of the lady. Hurry.
We are ready.
Okay, we've gotten the attention of some of these units here.
For the king.
Battle ready.
Just gotta wait for the good, right opportunity to charge in.
Priestess of the lady.
Good. Well, that's
My
crumbling.
lady, grant me your sight.
And this is why waiting for a siege is not advantageous to us. We've picked this army apart. Bounce power is still just slightly not in our favor, but the situation here is looking good. This is so disorganized. I would never launch an attack like this. artillery pummeling them as well. We should do our best to like feign charges in here to slow down their approach. We should really have the artillery aiming for Tomb Guard. So I'm going to see how when I charge in here, I'm not actually going to charge. I'm just feigning it, but they stood still. No ammo dodging. Don't underestimate the power of feign charging. Tricking the enemy is your most powerful tool because they're easy to trick if you know what you're doing. So every time we feign a charge there, they just stop, slows down their approach.
Moving a base! Take the ground! Swiftly! At once!
Power of the lady!
Leg it! At speed! Put it!
Don't worry too much about the archer right now.
Immediately! To victory!
Because yeah, what we're doing here, feigning the charge so that they try to brace as much as possible.
Swiftly! At once! With haste!
So we use the cavalry by just pretending like we're going to use them, but we're not actually going to use it. And see that? They just they're not advancing on our army.
At once! Take the ground!
What happened over here? Oh, what a... Oh, right. Okay, that's a problem. That is a problem.
Battle ready! Hero of Bretonia!
How are we going over here?
Sorceress!
Almost done.
Bowman ready!
Okay, the Ushabti have been dealt with there.
Arms! At speed!
Okay, the archers are now isolated.
Hastily!
Let's go after them.
For the lady!
Alright, no serious harm done there.
Ready for battle!
You know what's funny as well? I don't think we've taken any damage on the main army, because these three here are in better shape now than they were at the start of the battle. Okay, all the chariots have now been dealt with.
Apace! Knights of the Helm! I seek glory!
In Bretonia's name!
Sons of Britannia! My soul is aflame!
Right, the archers are maybe just a little bit disorganized here. Alright, now rather than engaging with them, what I'm going to do is try to have them chase after us.
Quickly, lads!
Because we can... Yeah, we can outrun them a little bit.
Leg it!
Okay, archers dealt with. Good.
It is her will!
Okay, start bringing the archers up so we can shoot them.
As you say!
Hans got 300 kills.
Quick march! Shields, high! Quick march!
Alright, we've definitely won the battle. We've lifted this siege.
Tis an honor!
Alright, Henry, go take this good dude out.
Fight for Bretonia! Post haste!
And there's the army losses.
Peasant bowman!
Funny thing here is that our army is actually in better shape now than it was when we started, because I correct me if I'm wrong here, I don't think the main army took any casualties, and because of our healing, we're actually in better shape than we were when we started. No, I did take some casualties because of the Ushabti. But look at that, only 44 casualties in total. But no units got wiped out. Pretty sure. And these three here are in better shape. And that army's completely gone, and now you can recover a little bit, because it didn't look like there was any forces nearby that were going to attack. And that was solely because they took a defensive position. If they had rushed at us at the start, we wouldn't have... We might have won, but we wouldn't have won by as much.
Freedom can
Take the money.
be bought.
And there you go.
The Leoness!
Have some time to recover. Cetra can't get at you. If you really want to, you can go and attack Khemri right now, but I think you should have some time to recover. You've got this army coming in to assist. You've got a lot of money, that's for sure. And, yeah, just do whatever you want from here. They're not going to launch an attack. You've got a good amount of recovery there. This situation is solved. Alright, well, that's the end of this one here, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you next time, fuckers. Bye.